Good morning. We are live and it is 5 minutes early. Let's just say we have a big show today and I want to get the notifications out. I want to get started. I got all my goodies around me. So grab a cup and join me. Today I have Jamaican Me Happy. You know that one spicy coffee that my grocery store sells that you can buy it right off the shelf. Yeah, that one. And I added the peppermint mocha, so it's a good day, right? Absolutely. Mm, just checking out who's here. Not too many are early, but they're starting to come in. It's already up to 10. Yeah, so it in the title it says we're going to make a toddler hat, and we are. So grab some medium 4 scraps, whatever you have. I am going to be color controlling mine. So there are 3 colors in my hat, and I'm going to be using an I 5.5, I believe. Is that it? Yes. So that's what we'll be doing today, hoping that Deb has time to stay the whole time. If not, we'll do all of the crazy stuff we do up until the normal time, and then whatever left of the hat will stay after. That's for the ones that want to stay, right? And you know what I did yesterday. Anybody? Anybody know? 2 things I did yesterday. I spent a little time with Miss Kim from the Crafty Nomad. Yeah, but after that, jumped in my car and drove to, you got it. Anybody? Linda knows. Deb knows. Stephanie knows. Yes, I went to Hobby Lobby. Absolutely. The base for Christi's Closet D-Stash today may even include something from there. If you can come up with something that's in that bag, and I know it's in there, I will pull it out. So challenge me, see if you can figure out what's in that bag. No, I have not done a video yet, so it would be given away out of the bag before the video. Yeah, they still had some clearance. In fact, a lot more than I thought that would be left, but I think it was different yarns. It was like I hadn't seen only maybe one of these. I don't know. Maybe I didn't watch a lot of Hobby Lobby clearance videos, but I thought I did. Anyway, first thing today we are going to do is if it's 10 o'clock, no, it's not. So we're still in the good morning phase. Yeah, so when it comes time to do the regular D-Stash, if you want to guess what's in that bag and win something out of that bag, if you're correct, you will win it. So, all right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about our live make along with novelty yarn. Get that done first. So, what I've done is I have been making this Which Way Filet. This pattern is linked below. It is fiber spiders. Now, if you're doing this, you can enter this in the novelty challenge, yes, but you can't enter it in any other challenge. You have to pick a challenge when you enter something. So just letting you know. Yes, it's sometimes confusing. Just letting you know. But you know where else you could enter this? In the Needles at the Ready. Hear It for the Boys make along. Yeah, you can enter it there because it is Fiber Spider. And he is what they consider a male pattern designer. So there you go. Oof, it's warm in here. I was going to put my hair up, and then I have the fan on, so it should be okay. Anyway, what I did was I put everybody's name in the wheel. Oh, what am I giving away? Yeah, Pixie. 5 skeins of Pixie. This is a novelty yarn for sure. This is Dark Horse Pixie, and it is 100% nylon, and it's got bumpies, as Crystal would say. Definite bumpies. So my advice is, if you want to do a shawl with this, which would be perfect, just pair it with something else that's a regular, that doesn't have bumpies, and work it up together with that, and you would have a textured shawl that would be amazing. Way different than anybody else's for sure. So let's go ahead. We have, I believe, 24 entries. See who it is, and if they are there or here today, we will see, and if they want to make a yarn deal. All right, so I have the 24 people entered. We will spin the wheel. It is chillier there. Well, that's good. Okay, Rhonda Hoskins. Yes, you know, Rhonda was working with latte cakes. Yeah, lots of halo. And I believe she finished her blanket that she was doing this morning. So Rhonda is the winner today for the novelty yarn. And is she here? So if you're ever drawn for something, say like this on the live, and you're not here, what happens is I do a weekly update in the Facebook group, and I tag everybody. So that way they will be notified. Rhonda is here. So Rhonda, let me ask you, would you like to win these 5 skeins of Pixie Dark Horse? Or would you rather have a spot on the bracket board or something out of the basket? And there is an update. Remember the yellow and pink sock yarn from last week? Well, Becky picked it, so it's no longer in the basket. So just so you know that update. So let's see what Rhonda has to say, and then we will get out our eye hook and some medium 4 and start the hat. Is the red barn yarn gone? No, it's not. You can have that. I'm going to get up and get Rhonda's yarn. This is the last sample knit crate. Now, what this is that it is a new subscription for $14.99 a month plus shipping, I believe. And this is the sample. So it is exactly the same yarn as the regular Knit Crate Artesian membership, but you don't get 2, you get 1, and you don't get the patterns. So this is what came in the June sampler Knit Crate, and Rhonda is going to pick that. So it is cotton, linen, lyocell, and nylon sport weight, and it is 354 yards. Beautiful. Rhonda will send me a message later to claim her prize, and I do require that. All right. Now, go on to the hat. Now, this hat is linked below as an adult bod cloche hat. It is number 471. I have modified that hat to be a little bit smaller. The first attempt of it would be about 6 months to 9 months. This is the size, and it was too small. I used an H hook and I modified it. So now I'm going to take it and I'm going to use an I hook and modify it a little bit more so that it comes out a little bit bigger, hoping big enough for about a year and a half, so 18 months. I'm going to color control the same way that I did this one. So I'm going to start with the peach. I'm going to go to the cream, then the brown, and then the brim. So what I've done is I've taken a skein of sweet roll and I cut the colors so that I have the ends all ready when I want to change colors. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a chain of 4, slip stitch to join, and then chain 1. Your first row will be V stitches, and you'll make 6 of them. Nothing in between. So you're going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet for a V stitch. And you'll make 6 of them in your ring for the center of your hat. Yesterday I made half of a blue hat. Well, almost, I'd say almost 3/4 of it, maybe not quite. And I realized I did 1 row too many on the repeat, so the hat came out too big. So last night I ripped it back and did a couple rows on it to try to catch it back up, but it didn't. So what we're doing now is we're starting the hat with a chain of 4, slip stitch to join to make a ring, and then do 6 V stitches in that ring. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet is your starting row number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1 more to do. I'm going over my tail and then slip stitch to your first double crochet to form that first 6. So there you go. That is the beginning. Hi, everyone joining us. There's 37 here already. Your second row, well, actually, what I should say is your first 4 rows now, first 4. This row is a regular row. Rows 2, 3, and 4 will be your increase rows. After you slip stitch into the first double made, you will slip stitch again into that chain 1 space of your first V stitch. At that point, you will be starting row 2, chain 1, make a V stitch in your first V stitch. So you're going to stack them. In the second V stitch, you will make 2 V stitches. So, well, kind of. It's an increase. So you will make your first V stitch, and then you will chain 1 before you leave that one and do 1 more double crochet. So that is your increase. The first V stitch has a V stitch. The second V stitch has a double crochet, a chain 1, a double crochet, a chain 1, a double crochet. So it looks like 2 V stitches, but it's actually 3 legs. And that is your repeat. So you will jump to the next V-stitch where the chain 1 is, make a V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. In the next V-stitch, you will jump to it, no chain 1s, no nothing, and make an increase. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Is that right? Wait, I have to do an increase in every one of these. Yep. I can't jump to that yet. I have to wait a minute. Hang on. 1, 2. Yep. Row 2, I'm sorry. See, that's what lives are all about. It's fun. We do it together, and we have to rip out together. Okay. All right. So that makes me start over right now. Your first row is a V-stitch of 6. So 6 of them all the way around. Easy, right? Row 2, slip stitch to your first V-stitch, and every single V-stitch gets an increase. There. Fixed it on with our hat. Chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all in that V-stitch. So it is an increase right away. 3 legs. Jump to the second, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So you have an increase in each one. So you're going to look like this. Okay, so just do that in all 6. I don't know why I was getting upset. Everybody makes mistakes, right? I don't know. I'm looking at the thing and going, yeah, it's not growing fast enough. That I was doing row 3 as row 2. So there you go. You will have 6 legs, and there will all be increases. Is everybody okay? Even though I made that mistake. All right, make sure you have 6 of those increases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you will slip stitch to your first double, and you will have row 2 done with a nice like star pattern. You're going to continue to use the orange for the next row, or well, I am. So you're inside. Now you can just use a color changing yarn. You can use whatever you want. But my inside I changed after next row. So I'm going to do 1, 2. I'm going to do 3 rows of the peach. So row number 3, we're going to slip stitch into the double crochet to join, and then we're going to slip stitch again to put us in the middle of the first V-stitch. Then we will chain 1 and make a V-stitch into the first. So we'll double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. The next V-stitch presented is another increase. So you will double crochet in the next V-stitch, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now that row 3 is your repeat. So you'll do 1 on top of the other, and then an increase on top of the next one. So there you have 5 legs, and then you will repeat that. So the next V-stitch gets a V-stitch on top, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and the next one gets an increase. Anybody stuck, the increase is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So there's my first leg of 6 and my second leg of 6, my repeat. You can follow this pattern later if you want to. I have 2 places that you can enter this half if you make it. One of the places would be the cuddle along for no filter cuddle along with Stephanie. You can enter it in hers because it's a toddler hat. It qualifies. Or you can enter it or you can enter it in my cuddle along. Or if you don't want to enter in that, you can enter it in the hats, and more hats. But you have to pick one. You can't enter it in both. So to finish off this row, we will put a V-stitch over the next V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and in the next one we will do an increase. So it'll be double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all in the same V-stitch. And you repeat that around. Must be everyone is working hard, so they're not commenting, which is fine. Or they're like, Chris, you lost us. But I don't think so. I think a lot of you have figured this out now, that you can follow pretty close, because a lot of times I'll get done with the broadcast and people are putting up finished items like immediately. So I'm like, yeah, this works. I love doing it. I just keep striving to do it better and be the one. All right, we have one person that's finished round 3, and I am putting my last increase on round 3, and I'm going to slip stitch into the first double, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut my yarn. Hi, Lori. After that, I will let you catch up, and I'm going to do a paparazzi giveaway. There is my first 3 rows, and I'm going to cut my yarn, so I did. Paparazzi today, if you're interested in getting a piece of jewelry every Sunday morning until I run out, we will have something to offer. And today is totally different. I found that they did have rings in their jewelry and their inventory, but I didn't buy a lot of them. So I haven't been offering them much here. But today I decided, that I would try and see if any of you would be interested in rings. So my friend Deb, the moderator here, she is going to mark the chat like she always does. And that is your chance to put in a comment either the white pearl ring or I guess this is purple, the purple ring. They're both silver. They both have, they are both lead and nickel free. So I'm going to show you that first one. This is the pearl. And it is a big pearl with a setting of little rhinestones around it. And then the ring is actually stretchy, so it will fit most people. And that is what it looks like. And that is the pearl. The second one is the same way. It has the stretchy band. And this one has purple rhinestones that cross over. Can you see that? Yeah. So there's the two. Very hard to show rings. Anybody interested in winning one of these, all you have to do is tell me you want the purple one or the pearl. Let's see if I can do this. There. Purple or the pearl in the comments now. And I'll give you a minute to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to weave in those ends on my... Oh, it's pink. It says it's pink. The rhinestones are. So flirting with sparkle pink, and then the pearl one, vow to wow, and they call it white. So if you said purple, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and weave in my ends here real quick so we don't have to worry about it. Not with that one. Yarn's a little bit thicker than that. Okay. Now this hat, I put a ribbon into the hat. And I'm going to do it again with this one. When we get to the band, if you don't want to put a ribbon in, you don't have to do an eyelet row there. You can just do a regular single crochet row. And when we get to that, we'll you do have to have a United States address to get monetary items from the show. Everyone knows that the shipping is outrageous everywhere. Okay. Go ahead and weave in this peach. I'm going to change color to the cream color that is on my sweet roll. Sweet roll, right? What is it? What is it? Yeah. There. My ends are woven in. Deb marked the chat. She's going to get me a winner. 44 here. That's not bad. I do have to ask if Michelle is here. Nana, Michelle, are you here? And the reason why is because she wanted to come on last week and show her progress on her novelty scarf that she's making. She's using the Simple Shawl by Marley Bird. And I forgot to bring her on last week. I didn't put the link in. Duh. So if she is here, I'll do it now. If not, if she comes in by the end of the show, you guys watch and let me know that she is here. So on to the cream color. Is everybody caught up that wants to be? Yep, this is just a little bit bigger than the other one. Not quite the same. Caught up? Okay. So when I cut it and I weaved in the ends, it does not matter where you start your next color, as long as you start inside a chain one space, because your repeat was only 2. As long as you choose the one that's singly by itself, or whatever, doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and join with a slip stitch in one of the single V-stitches, not an increase V-stitch. At that point, we're going to chain 1 and make 1 V-stitch in that chain 1 space. We'll skip over to, and I'm just going to let it drop. I went over it once and let it drop. I'm not going to carry my tail to the next V-stitch. It's too far. It will show with the second color. I'm going to jump over to the next V-stitch, and in that one, I'm going to make a V-stitch. So this row is an increase row. It will be your last increase row. It will be V-stitch and V-stitch twice, and then the third one will be an increase. So it'll be double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And that is your repeat. So you have 3 sections. You have a V-stitch, and an increase. That is your repeat around. Row 4 should be easy. Okay, who won? Deanne? Deanne Spencer won? Okay. All right, we're going to skip over to do the next V-stitch. Congratulations, Deanne. Hope you like your ring. 2 V-stitches on top of each other, and then an increase. So your total V-stitches for row 4 will end up being 24, because you'll have 4 in each section times 6. So it'll be 24 V-stitches, and that's what we will be using for the body of the hat. So row 4 is V-stitch, V-stitch, increase. Anybody watch Hook and Stitch Live yesterday? I know that I don't follow the chat all that much, but yesterday I was making a blue hat, so I really wasn't following it that close to see who, to see everyone that was there. But if you were watching yesterday, then you will see that we did a blue hat marathon for Hat Not Hate, and anyone who made a blue hat, your choice, as long as it was handmade, it's eligible to be entered into hats, and more hats. I don't make what is it? Machine knit are not allowed in hats, and more hats. So that's why. So Lori says, "What is this about change?" What do you mean? What do you mean about what change? It's not a may. It is an is. The show was created by the two of us, and I am having a very difficult time trying to figure out how I'm going to be doing that show and helping my husband in his pro shop, because his increase of volume is going to go up. We are moving the pro shop next weekend, and it is going to be closer to our house. And I've always helped in the past, but we're talking about a little bit more like me being there like a store on the weekends. Well, I am not going to be able to be an asset to hook and stitch if I'm doing that. So yeah, she says that she will probably try to do something, but I don't know what it will be because I'm not going to help and be there. So anyway, there is row number 4. That is your last row of increases. And let's see, I want to make sure that I'm actually increasing the size of the hat. Yes, I did. It is just enough to where it looks like it's a little bit bigger than the other one. So the next row, we will slip stitch to join in the first double crochet. We'll slip stitch to join, or slip stitch to move into the center of the first V-stitch. Then we will chain 1 and V-stitch in every V-stitch around. So you should have 24 V-stitches. That's a lot of words, huh? 24 V-stitches for this row. And this is row 5. Yeah, so I'm busy doing other things. So I've bowed out of hook and stitch. And I'm sure you will go on without me. Oh, dear. There could possibly be some Sundays where I'm not going to be able to do the Sunday live either. I know it's going to happen. I'm going to do this. I am going to do my Sunday live, and then on certain Sundays, I will be going down to the shop. It may delay the update on the Facebook group, but at least I would still be doing a live. Later on in the year, when the Sunday morning Kids League visits, I may skip a live those Sundays. Other than that, I should be able to do the live and then go down to the shop afterwards. So I'm putting a V-stitch in every V-stitch around, and I'm not putting any chains in between. So this is row, what did I say? 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 was the last increase row, and so this is row 5. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of this where we don't add. It's Sunday mornings for the shop will not be anything for me to worry about, except for when the kids come, and they only come about every 5 to 6 weeks. So I don't want to move it to Sunday night. No, because of other, I have found that the morning is cooler in here, for one. And for 2, it's already established, and I don't want to change that. But if I have to skip just those weeks where they're traveling, so what they do is they travel on Sunday. Saturday morning, they're always there. Saturday morning, the kids come bowling every week. So that's why hook and stitch is out. But Sunday morning, they only do every once in a while. So that is doable. And it's basically a feel it out once he is established in this venue. And we have a couple of helpers and some other workers we're going to get to help with selling the small retail stuff, then maybe I won't have to be there as much. But for the very beginning and the grand opening, which is August 15th, I need to be there because it's our business, our family business. So, yeah. So just continue on each row and your total rows before the brim. Let me show you the hat so you know what you're doing. We are right here where the cream, we're right in here where the cream started, and I'm on row number 3 of the cream. So there's no increases after row 4. So you're going to do a V-stitch in every V-stitch for the cream rows, which are, there are 5 rows. So your total of your hat will be 9. You'll have 4 rows. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 3 rows of the peach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of the cream. So it's a total of 8 rows. So that's what we're doing right now, the body of the hat. What's the time there, Deb? Yeah, let's go ahead while we're crocheting and do a de-stash from Christi's closet, Deb. Everyone knows how this works, I hope. If you don't, I'll let you know. If you live in the United States, you got it made. You can go ahead and comment whatever color yarn you want, whatever weight you like. I will try and match that as close as I can. If you think you know what I might have found at Hobby Lobby yesterday, and you guess something in that bag that I haven't shown yet, then go ahead and put that in there. And if you're right, I'll yank it out and you can have it. If you are not in the United States and you want to participate, you can put the same things in, the comments in, but you need to have someone in the United States that you can have me send it to. So that way I'm not shipping overseas. So that's the rules. And Deb plays all this for me while I continue to chit chat. And so Deb leaves that open for about a minute. And whether I tell her to or whether she just decides, she closes it up. She marks it. She goes, finds a winner by asking some number generator, and then lets me know who it is. In the meantime, I run around the room and try to find the yarn that you told me that you liked. And if I find it, then I usually show it to everybody and offer you up a handmade stitch marker to go with it. And if that's not to your liking, you can get a spot on the bracket board. Woohoo! And sometimes that is like an awesome way to win something maybe donated by somebody, or it's pretty nice prizes in that game. So that is for those of you who don't know how this works. I think it's been a minute, Deb. Maybe not. Maybe if your chat is still flying, which it's not really today. We've only got 35 people here. People have things to do. They don't want to be here. That's okay, because the people that are here are very important to me. And so that is that is what I'm doing this for. And I have to make Felicity another hat because that one was too small. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't see her that often. And you think that they're going to stay small forever, and they don't. They grow. Uh, I am around again, so I'm going to slip stitch again. Slip stitch again. And start another round. And I should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 2 more rows of the body. And then we'll start the band. Oh, the sweater fit her perfect. Yep. And she loved the little cow button. Oh my gosh. She's going, moo, moo. I knew she would because I knew she had learned the sound of the cow okay. There's a couple other animals that she does, and I got to tell you, they are trying to teach her cock-a-doodle-doo, and so every single time she does it, they laugh. And it's because she doesn't do it very well, and it just sounds hilarious. And of course, she puts her head up, woo, okay. So they said to us when we were in the parking lot, listen to this. So they said, what's the rooster say? And immediately she goes, and it's because she thinks that when you say, what does the rooster does, you're supposed to laugh. So she just automatically laughs. And then after that, she'll go, coo-coo-doo. I can't believe it's so cute. What does Steve say? How good a bowler are you? Well, in the time I was bowling, I had about 190 average for a woman. That's pretty good. I bowled, I don't know, every day of the week there for a while. I have since stopped. Latoya Fowler is the winner of the Christie's Closet D-Stash today. Okay, so I read Deb's comment saying that that Latoya's entry for today is hand dyed, right? Okay. Now I'm guessing that Miss Latoya thinks that I found hand dyed yarn at Hobby Lobby and I bought it. Well, I didn't. I did find some. It was the ugliest color. And as soon as I reached out and touched it, I thought to myself, am I getting this for me or am I getting this for the channel? Because I was like, I don't like it. So I put it back and I went on and I didn't get it. So technically, your comment won't be good for the bag of Hobby Lobby, okay? But I'm going to get up and I'm going to find you some hand-dyed yarn because you are a winner of hand-dyed yarn. Yes, you are. So let's get up and find something and bring it over here. Okay, where am I going to look first? Okay, if I remember correctly, Latoya didn't put a color on, did she? No color. And yet I know she loves purple. Absolutely loves it. So if I can find some purple, I bet you she's going to like that too. However, you know what? Let me see. Let me think. I'm not finding any. Gotta look in here. Got to look in here. Okay. I think I got it. Not quite sure what she's going to think about it, but she might love it because she's Okay. All right, we got it. Okay. All right. Sorry. Are you already caught up with row 8 now? Okay, this isn't exactly purple, but it's purple. And it is hand dyed. And it is from, are you ready? Lolo Did It. And that is because I had done an Outlander club and I have some left. Now I've been keeping the ones that are grays and greens or greens over there, but this is not green, so this doesn't count, right? She's excited now. She's like, okay, let's see this yarn. Okay, so now let's make a yarn deal. Here is the Lolo Did It hand dyed hank that I pulled out. It is called Bell Tone. Hoping you can see that. Gorgeous, gorgeousness. It is definitely purple. What do you think, Latoya? Shall I make it a little bit nicer by adding a purple stitch marker? All right, so there is the purple, a stitch marker. It is one of the disco balls. Now, let's hear it, Latoya. Would you like this yarn? Hand dyed, Lolo Did It. Or would you like a spot on the bracket board or something out of the basket that is in the bracket game? Let's see what she says. How fun is this, you guys? Terribly, terribly fun. I love it. All right, I'm on row 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on row 7. I've got to do one more to catch up. Now you're waiting for me, probably. Oh, Nana Michelle is here. Okay, as soon as we get Latoya's answer, we are going to let Nana Michelle come on. Latoya is going to take the yarn this time. So congratulations, Latoya. I hope you love it. Enjoy it. Drool over it for a while. Let it sit there and marinate in your stash until you've decided what to make with it. Okay, so now while I do row number 8 and catch myself up, I'm going to ask Nana Michelle if she would like to come on and show her shawl, because last week she was going to and I totally forgot. So there is the StreamYard link to join me. And you know, anybody who wants to come on, it's about 5 minutes. And you can come on and show me your item that we're doing together. And her choice was the Simple Shawl by Marley Bird with the novelty yarn. And she was going to come on and show me last week, and so I'm offering it now. And so here she is.
Hi.
Hello.
Now keep in mind I only work on this during your live, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. So you're not making the hat today.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It is really novelty, isn't it? You're going to have to hand wash that for sure, right? Yeah. All kinds of slubs and all kinds of stuff going on.
This part was really a trip.
But because of that pattern, it wasn't so bad. You got through it.
Yeah. Yeah, they got little bumpies and all kinds of things in there.
Yep. Wow.
But I only have 2 balls of this one. So I figured I'd start with it and then end with it.
Okay. Yep. So you're getting there. You're almost done. Yeah? You think? How much do you think you got left?
I have. Let me see. I have this much left.
Oh yeah.
So I have 2 balls of this.
Yeah. So you might as well just use it all up and
and then I have 1 ball of this.
He says in the pattern,
a little bit to finish.
You gonna bother with the edging or not?
I think I'm gonna use this for the edging.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be different.
It sure is.
Are you glad I challenged you?
Yes. I'm always up for a challenge, and this is definitely a challenge.
Well, coming up is our challenge with Bev from Beverly's Crafts, and it's a Christmas in July. Now she went ahead and opened her package from me already, and it is a stocking. And she thought I meant for her to do 2 stockings. No, it either one. Just do one. I sent her all the goodies that required the supplies for the one stocking. But she probably has enough to do 2, but I didn't mean for her to do 2. And the other package is at my feet here. I haven't opened it yet. But I'm thinking of using that on the live, but letting you guys do whatever you want, because you don't have the supplies that are in there most likely. So, well, we'll see. We'll see. If it's a paid pattern, I won't be able to do it. So we'll see.
Sounds good.
But yeah, so thanks for coming on. I'm sorry I screwed up last week and forgot all about you.
It's okay. But I'm going to drop down in the chat and continue working on this.
All right. I'm almost done with row 8. So
I will thank you for having me up.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So that is super cool. That I'm really glad she came on the first day and showed me, because my suggestion was that, what are you going to do with one skein? Use it in a simple shawl, right? That's Marley Bird simple shawl tutorial, and it's pretty cool because if it's a hard yarn to use, you're only going in the spaces. So you don't have, if you can't see your stitches, it's a good pattern for that kind of thing. I'm coming up around to the last row of the body, row number 8. So at this point, again, we are going to cut our color yarn. I lost my stitch. Okay. So row 8 ends 24 V stitches. And now we will go change colors and cut your yarn right now. And that's what mine looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the brown because I'm going to do the brim now. There, the brown. You can do whatever colors you want, of course, but I want it to match my my vest that I made. And so I'm going to go ahead and start with a slip stitch into one of the double crochets for round number 9. I'm going to do 5 rows for the brim. The first 2 rows will be single crochet rows. And so I'm going to single crochet 1 single crochet in each double crochet. So you're going to skip over everything else. You're not going to put a single crochet into your chain 1. And the reason is because now you want to tighten up your hat for the brim so it doesn't fall off. So you're going to end up with, let's see, if you had 24 V stitches, you should end up with 48 stitches because there's 2 double crochets. You started your scrappy Navajo blanket yesterday? Awesome. I am going to do a shopping Hobby Lobby. Yes, I am. I am going to. I have a couple of clips of the store on my phone. I have 2 shopping bags to show you. And I even found, I got to say, they had regular yarn was 30% off. So I went on a perfect weekend. So anything that I hadn't seen or wanted to buy, I could get at 30% off. And then they also had beads and stuff for 50% off. I think it was. No, was it 40? I don't remember. They had a sale on the beads, and they also had a button sale. So I got buttons too. So I got a little bit of everything. You know, it was awesome. I was so happy, but I will definitely be doing a video for that. I want to share all my goodies with you guys. So you're putting a single crochet in every double crochet all the way around for row 1 of the band. And there should be 48 stitches. And it really is not crucial how many stitches there are right now. Don't, never rip out if you are not. We can always add or take away stitches in crochet. So when you get back around, just slip stitch to your first single. Chain 1 and do another row of single crochet all the way around. Same amount of stitches. And I'll show you, it's already, see how it's coming? It's starting to bring it in. The more rows of the band you do, the tighter it seems to be. So 5 rows of the band, but I am going to do row 3 as an eyelet row. If you don't want to put a ribbon on or you don't want the eyelet row, leave it out and just do 5 rows of single crochet. But I want to put the ribbon on, and because it is a daisy ribbon with an orange daisy in it, mine seem to match like perfectly. So that's why I want to do that again. So row number 3 of mine will be an eyelet row. It'll be 5 rows total of the band. And while we're working on the band, I would love if Miss Deb would mark the chat and get me comments and a winner for a spot on the bracket board or something out of the basket. So right now, as soon as Deb marks the chat, you have an opportunity to play in the bracket game. All you have to do is let me know if you want a bracket spot number. The numbers available, I will let you know as soon as we find a winner. And some of you know that, you've been watching. If you want something out of the basket, I'll just bring the basket over here and we all can see what's left in there. I'm going to have to add something else. Of course, in the next addictions video, I'll probably pull something out of the Hobby Lobby clearance and throw it in there. You never know. So go ahead and write in there what you would like to win from the game. If you already have a spot on the bracket board, then you could only win something out of the basket. If you already won something out of the basket, because this is a live, you are eligible to play. So on row number 3 of my band, I am going to chain 1 and double crochet into the first stitch. I'm going to chain 1 and double crochet, skip 1 and double crochet into the next one. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next one. And I'm going to do that all the way around so I have an eyelet row. Camera is so strange. There, eyelet row. I did it with a single crochet last time, and my ribbon was bigger than the single crochet hole that it made. So I decided this time to up it to doubles, and therefore my ribbon would lay flatter in that eyelet row. So that is my change that I did into this hat. But the small one is, like I said, 6 to 9 months, so it's fine. I'm going to do that row and then do 2 more rows of single crochet for that band. And you can always go back and re-watch the show if you didn't keep up with today's make along. I try to do it about medium speed-ish, right about the speed that I can. It's probably too fast for me actually too, but I want to finish it, so. All right. I mean, like if I was doing it, I probably would take my time and go slower. When I come back around, I'm going to slip stitch into the first double. I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to single crochet right into that first one, and I'm going to single crochet into the chain 1, and I'm going to single crochet into the next double, and every stitch around for 48 stitches back on the band. And I'm going to do 2 rows of that in the same color to finish the band. Deb has marked the chat, so we will go ahead and wait for Deb to get a winner for our next bracket game, a winner for the live. You know, I was just talking about the challenge for Christmas in July. And I don't know what my challenge is yet because I haven't opened up my pouch here from Beverly's Crafts. It is a challenge to do something that she sent me the supplies for. And I have a guess. I don't want to guess. I want to be surprised. So I'm going to wait and open that soon. And I'm going to do a video for that. But I was thinking, why not do a challenge for you guys? So most likely in July, I will post. I'll be talking about it on the live. So in your head, let's think about, maybe doing something together for a small project, not huge, for Christmas in July. And we'll do something in July on Sunday. And you'll have all week to think about it. And, I'm not going to do it next week or anything, but I'll be talking about starting it though. And then we'll have some prizes for that too. And I have an idea of some yarn I just got yesterday at Hobby Lobby to use for prizes for that. Ooh, yeah. So I went all the way around 48 stitches. I am back to the beginning again. I'm going to slip stitch to join the first single, and I'm going to do a second row of singles in this color for 48 more stitches. And so I will show you the band so far. Who is it? Jana's Crochet Journey won today. All right, let's see. Jana, do you have a spot on the bracket board yet? Yeah, she does. She's been there, done that. Yep. Which means that she gets to pick something out of the basket. So we all get to see what's in the basket today. Well, that's cool. So you'll know what's in there, what's been won, and you can go and amend or edit your comment on Addictions 108 because that is where I draw during the week on my addictions videos from that one for this game. So I'm going to go get the basket. I'm trying to finish this row for this. We've got 3 rows left and our hat will be done. This is the perfect show today. All right, let me go get the basket. She might already know what she wants out of here, huh? So what's in here? Sit here. We have 2 hanks of wool, beautiful turquoise, beautiful 100% Highland wool. We have some beautiful stitch markers. They were made by me. They are blue, and they have 3. There's 3 colors of blue, and they have the turtles. They're the turtle ones. Yeah. I think you have some turtle ones already, Jana, that you won before. We also have 3 skeins of Sophie from Premier in a beautiful, beautiful colorway. Then we have this little doobie-doo. Yeah. Notion pouch. We have the layette book that I got from Linda. We have the Needles and Notions organizer. Yeah. And then we have 3 knit books for sweaters. Those are all in there. So there's your choices. Yep, you're right. I do have to add some more stuff in here. I don't have any cotton in here. The sock yarn is gone. What the heck? You guys won it all. Where did I do with the stitch markers now? Where did they go? Oh, they're in here. Okay. All right, so that's what's in there. Holy cow. Kathy Ann says she got distracted. All right, well, let's see what Jonna wants to win. I think she's thinking about it. Boy, either that or she lost the internet. I don't see you. There will be 5 rounds of single crochet, 2 to start. Then the middle round, if you want it to be an eyelet round, I did a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and then 2 rounds of single crochet at the bottom. So you'll have 5 rounds of your singles. She wants the stitch markers, so I'm going to go back there and get them because I went and put them away. They got away from me. Yeah, these little babies, I don't know if everybody's seen these, but they are definitely teeny weeny. I love to make these. Love them. These are the round lever back, and then it's a bead, and it has a little tiny turtle, and there are 3 of them. They're adorable. I can't even, they're so tiny you can't even see them, but there they are. They are yours, Jonna. Thank you so much for playing. We'll get back to our hat. Okay, so I am on the last row. There are 5 rows on the band, 2 single crochet, 1 eyelet row, and 2 single crochet rows. So I'm almost done with the last row on the band. And then I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my cream. I'm going to cut this color off and pick up the cream now. Again, I just have a little bit left and I've got to finish it. So do we have any questions? Ask me anything within reason while I finish up this row. I think we're doing pretty good for timing because we're not quite an hour and a half. That's not bad at all. I know that there's a lot of people that probably left because they have other people they want to watch, which is fine. You can always come back and watch the replay and catch up on the hat and post it in one of the places, either in the cuddle along or the hats and more hats, one or the other, but not both. I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch to my first single and cut my yarn. And I'm going to be starting the brim. That is where we are at now. So I'm going to take out my cream color, and I think this one Looks like it's long enough. I hope it is, because there's some sections that I cut and I don't want it to not be enough, because I'm color controlling a what is it? A sweet roll. Yes, Chera is very quiet today. She's probably doing the hat. I do believe that one of my creating with Christi um, videos has that pacifier and that teething ring in it. See you later, Cindy. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to slip stitch the first into the first single crochet on your row. This row is the first row of the brim, and it is the only increase row. So we are going to chain one, and we are going to do a V-stitch in the very first single crochet on this row. This is going to be making this brim so it actually is an increase, so it makes it like that. Your first row is going to be cream. So in the first single crochet, and it doesn't matter where you start, you can add your yarn anywhere. Your first single crochet will have a V-stitch in it. Then you're going to skip one stitch, and you're going to do an increase V-stitch, just like we did in the beginning of the hat. We're going to do a double crochet, chain one, double crochet, chain one, double crochet, all in that stitch. And then we're going to skip one and do a regular V-stitch. So your repeat for the first row of the brim will be V-stitch, skip a stitch, V-stitch increase, skip a stitch, V-stitch. We do that all the way around. Did I miss any other questions? Yes, you can do an adult size, no problem. Just follow the bod pattern that she does. I have it linked below. So every other one is an increase, and every other one is a regular V-stitch. And thanks for joining me, Ravini. I know you're down the beach, and I'm jealous, because, I want to see the beach again. Sometime. I will. I know I will. I just don't know when. We are, like I said, expanding our personal business during this summer. During the next 2 weeks, we are moving our personal business to a bigger bowling alley. And yeah, I didn't do, I don't do a lot of tutorials, but I do call it creating with Christi. So yep. So you'll do that all the way around. You'll do a regular V-stitch, skip one, increase V-stitch. And then that row will be your only increase row on this brim. Let's show you there. So you'll see 3 legs, 2 legs, 3 legs, 2 legs. All right. Oh, you got sick again? Oh my gosh. Wow, that stinks. So what does it look like this week? I'm going to be doing a lot of videos this week. I'm going to be doing one for the Hobby Lobby haul. I'm going to be doing one from the Christmas in July uh, challenge I got from Beverly's Crafts. And I'm also going to be doing a video for the next addictions video, which will probably be Friday because um, with all the other videos, I probably won't do an addictions video again until Friday. And then we'll be moving. Well, we're supposed to be. We'll find out if it's the rug was supposed to be shampooed, so we'll find out if it was or not. And if not, we'll have to do that Saturday before we move in and pick a different day of moving. But we find out today, so how many of you are actually doing this hat? I'd like to see how many. For future reference. I mean, I know there's summer going on, so I know a lot of people are, rut-row. I don't want to um, change to brown, so I'm going to have to cut the yarn here and add a different piece of the cream from a different cut that I did right now because I don't want, and it's just about to the end of the row too. So I'm going to do that real quick because I don't want it to change to brown. And then I'll be finishing this row up and we'll go on to the next row. It'll only just be a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5. I don't know. So if everybody leaves that's not doing it, that's fine. I'm going to finish the hat on the program. So that way I won't do every stitch, but I'm going to finish all the details here. I'm almost done with this row. So I had a little glitch in my color because I'm using that self-changing, self-striping or whatever. But that's okay because I fixed it. All right, so skip 1. Yeah, okay. Get down here to the last of this and I'll pick it back up again and show you. 2 more sections and this row is done. This was your increase row on the brim. I did watch one of Bev's last videos where she opened that package and she suggests doing a tube sock without doing a heel. And I think I might do that at one time. I might do that just to see how it comes out and how the fit is. Because, hey, why not? Why not try it? Okay, at this point, I'm at the end of the first row of the increases, and I'm going to cut my yarn because I want to change color. I want my middle row of my brim to be peach, which is how I got this stripe. So now I'm going to add the peach back on. And I'm going to do a V-stitch in every V-stitch around. There's no more increasing. So I'm going to slip stitch to the first, chain 1 space of the first V-stitch. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet right in that V-stitch. Skip over to the next one and do a V-stitch. Skip over to the next one and do another one. And just keep going around. With the color peach. Any more questions? All right, well, I'm not going to go anywhere yet. So hopefully you guys are okay with it. There's only one row left to do. And that is to change back to the cream color and do another row of the V-stitches. So that is the end of that pattern. That's all there is. I just adapted that Bag O' Day pattern to be a little bit smaller, but it's because I love that pattern so much. And I wanted it to fit, so I went up to the eye hook on this one. Now, the next thing to do, if you did the eyelet row, is to find some ribbon that you would like to weave into that eyelet row. And so I am going to be weaving in this daisy ribbon, and I'm going to go every other row and fill in that with this. And if you look at your hat, there is almost like a line where you joined, and I use that as the back of my hat. You don't have to, but I do. And so that's where I start weaving in my end of my ribbon, and then I bring it back to the back where that joined, and I sewed it down so that it doesn't come off of the hat. And that way I just crossed it, and that way you don't have a big bulky bow on it. And I just sewed it there so it stayed, and that's it. And I cut I folded it in half and cut it into a V so that it would leave the ribbon in a V. And that is the end of the pattern for today. I really hope you enjoyed making this hat together. I hope you enjoyed the show, period. And you'll come back for some other crazy shenanigans that I have. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so yeah, I don't mind if you don't work on it. Absolutely don't. I just was hoping that, just sitting down and chit-chatting together and playing a game or two is fun for all of you, and I hope you come back, time and time again, because I feel that you're my friends, and it gives us a chance to make something together or bounce ideas off of each other. Oh, I did that before, I did this before, and that kind of thing. And if you find that, I gotta say this right here, right now, because this is an important part of this kind of changing pattern type things. I changed the pattern and I added an eye hook because I wanted this brim to be just a little less snug than this one. But there are different ways you could do that. You could use the same the same H hook all the way down and just use the I or a J for the brim. And that would make this not as tight, because in single crochet, it's why it made it tight. But I'm thinking that this is way bigger than the other one. So I'm going to be fine. Yeah, it's got to be at least a 2-inch. There's a 2-inch gap. And that was what I needed to make it bigger. But yeah, you can up a hook size and go back down later, or whatever you want to do to try to make something fit, where instead of the whole thing being bigger, just that part that small would be bigger. So yeah, that's cool. So I'm going to finish my last 2 rows and put my my ribbon in, and I'm going to be able to show the finished hat on the next addictions video, which is awesome. I have the 2 of them. The small one I'm going to probably put up in the Etsy shop. But let's see how many. There's still 31 people here, Deb. There is still 31. And Deb is still here. So you know what? Why not? Let's see if we can actually get someone up on that board today. So if you are still here, Deb is going to mark the chat one more time. And this time, all it is for a spot on the board. So if you already have a spot on the board, it won't include you. But anybody that doesn't have a spot on the board is going to comment in between the marks right now, and we will try and get somebody's name up on that board. How's that sound, Deb? There's still 31 people here, so yeah, what the heck? Why not? So go ahead and write a comment that you want to get on the bracket board in between the marks, and we're going to draw another winner today. It always lets me know how many people are still listening if I do something they're not expecting me to do, right? And that's the way I roll anyway, right? Oh, yes. Will we be doing a no filter this week? No filter this week has been postponed until next week. So look for a live next week from Stephanie and I. Get your cuddle along project photos in. You don't have to have finishes yet. Nope, you still got another month. All of July is included. We are having we'll have another one in July for the finals. And what else? Oh, we've upped it to 4 items. So the finals need to have 4 finished cut along items. This hat does qualify for the cuddle along if you make it. Just you can't post it in both the cuddle along and hats and more hats. You can only pick one challenge to post it in. So I am done with the second row of the brim. So I'm going to cut my yarn again, and I'm going to add the cream back on so that I have a stripe on the brim. And that'll be my last row, and the hat will be finished. All right, so Deb, go ahead and mark the chat. Let's see how many entries we got this time. Yep, this time, if you are on the board, then you will not win something out of the basket, because I'm only picking for a board winner this time. It's the second roll for the day, so your last row will start out the same way. You do a V-stitch in every V-stitch. So slip stitch in one of the chain 1 spaces and V-stitch double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in every V-stitch around, and that'll be your last row of the hat, and it should be done. And then you can just put your ribbon in. Now some people would probably say you could put a ribbon in to a row without an eyelet, but I wanted my fancy colored ribbon to show the daisies, because I love daisies. 15 entries, that's not bad. I'm getting a tangled mess here. Gonna be tight. Hope I don't run out of this cream. It's gonna be really close. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Might have to. Oh, I don't know. I had already made the whole vest, and yeah, I used I think one whole one of these and a half of one. So this is the half that was left. But I know I have some of another one, so I have to go. Winner today for the bracket spot is Carolyn Tierney. Carolyn, are you on the board? No. No, Carolyn's not on there. Nope. So, Carolyn, what spot do you want? This was for a bracket spot only. We have number 2 and number 3, number 15, 16, and 17, 20 through 24. Oh, yes, 25 and 26, 29 through 32. Those are all open. So congratulations, Carolyn, you got a spot on the bracket board. Way to go. Just see what number Carolyn wants, and then I'm going to be calling it a day. Number 32, you got it. Number 32 is Carolyn. So here's my last row. I'm not done with it yet. I only have that much more to go, and it'll be done. Woohoo! Finished your hat? Use the same cupcake yarn that you use for the vest? Ah, cool. That's great. Thank you so much for doing that hat with me. Those of you who did, and those of you that will finish it later or do it, I know that I will be seeing them in the challenges all around, in Stephanie's group and in my group. That's perfect. All right, I am going to call it a day. Take a moment out of each day and be creative. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye for now. Thank you, Deb and Stephanie and Steve and everybody that helps out. Appreciate it.